Want to take control of your privacy and security? Linux is one of the best ways to do it, but not all distros are created equal. Today, we're breaking down the best Linux distributions for privacy and security. Whether you're a beginner or a security expert, there's an option for you. Let's dive in. Before we get into the top picks, here's why Linux is at the center of privacy and security. It's open source. That means anyone can audit the code. No hidden backdoors like in some proprietary systems. You control what gets installed, what runs, and what communicates over the internet. Many distros are built specifically for anonymity, encryption, and hardened security. Let us start with Kodachi. Kodachi Linux is considered one of the best Linux distributions for privacy and security because it goes far beyond the average operating system in terms of how it protects users from surveillance, tracking, and potential threats, both online and offline. It's not just a Linux distro with some security tools thrown in. It's an entire privacy-focused environment built from the ground up with one clear mission: protect the user. Let's start with the fact that Kodachi runs as a live operating system. This means you don't have to install it on your hard drive. You boot it from a USB or DVD, and when you shut it down, it leaves no trace behind. Perfect for those who need operational security or working in sensitive environments. Think journalists, activists, whistleblowers, or even IT professionals conducting penetration testing. The idea is that once you remove the USB, it's like you were never there. But Kodachi doesn't stop at being just amnesic. It routes all internet traffic through a combination of VPN and Tor right out of the box. And unlike Tails, which also uses Tor, Kodachi layers a VPN on top, providing what's essentially a double shield. First encrypting your traffic and hiding your IP with a VPN, and then bouncing your traffic through the Tor network. This helps mask the fact that you're even using Tor, something that can raise red flags in certain countries or institutions. And if you don't trust your first VPN, Kodachi lets you switch between different ones with a simple click. Another unique feature is its real-time dashboard. Kodachi includes a system monitor that visually shows you whether your traffic is encrypted, where it's going, and whether the Tor connection is live. This transparency is important. It gives users visibility and control rather than making them blindly trust what's happening in the background. Linux Kodachi is like a Swiss Army knife for privacy and anonymity. It's not as rigorously audited as Tails or Honix, but it's incredibly feature-rich and user-friendly, ideal for those who want a secure desktop without having to set everything up manually. If anonymity is your top priority, Tails OS is the gold standard. Tails, the amnesic incognito. Live System C is often considered one of the best Linux distributions for privacy and security, not just because of a checklist of features, but because of its philosophy, design choices, and real-world use cases. At its core, Tails is built for people who need serious operational security. Think journalists working in authoritarian regimes, whistleblowers, or anyone who needs to ensure their digital footprint disappears completely. It's not just a secure Linux distro. It's a system built around the concept of leaving no trace, and that's incredibly powerful. When you boot into Tails, you're not starting up a typical Linux desktop. You're launching a system that was designed to forget you the moment you shut it down. It runs entirely from a USB stick or DVD in live mode, meaning nothing is ever written to your computer's internal hard drive unless you explicitly set up encrypted persistent storage. This amnesia means your data, files, browsing history, and even your system settings are gone after every session, unless you choose to keep them in a secure, encrypted partition. One of Tails' standout features is that it forces all internet traffic through the Tor network by default. This isn't an optional setting you turn on. It's baked into the system, so your identity and location are hidden every time you go online. If any app tries to connect directly to the internet without using Tor, that connection is blocked. This means even if you're under surveillance, it's incredibly hard to trace your digital activity back to you. So, when people say Tails is one of the best Linux distros for privacy and security, they're not just praising its technical merits. They're recognizing it as a tool for digital survival in high-risk situations. It's not for everyone, and it's not meant to replace your daily operating system. But when privacy is non-negotiable and security is a matter of trust, Tails delivers like almost no other distro can. Scepter Linux, another privacy-focused Linux distro that often flies under the radar compared to Tails or Kubes, but has its own niche. Scepter is a Debian-based Linux distribution focused on anonymous internet browsing and online privacy, similar in spirit to Tails and Honix, but with a more traditional desktop experience and persistent use in mind. It's developed by the Serbian Linux project, the same folks behind the Serbian version of Linux Mint. Scepter is designed to be easy to use for people who want to stay anonymous online without sacrificing usability. Scepter automatically routes your internet traffic through the Tor network, masking your IP address and encrypting your web traffic. It comes pre-configured with Tor browser, giving you instant anonymous browsing. It uses the KDE Plasma desktop, giving you a modern, full-featured, and attractive user interface. This sets it apart from other privacy-focused distros like Tails, which uses GNOME, or Kodachi, which uses XFCE. Some of the pre-installed privacy tools are OnionShare meant for sharing files anonymously over Tor. Ricochet IM-A decentralized anonymous instant messaging client. Thunderbird plus Torbirdie-email over Tor with extra privacy hardening and an MAT2-metadata anonymization toolkit for cleaning documents, PDFs, and images. Scepter is like Tails with a user-friendly twist. It's built for people who want privacy and anonymity, but don't need full amnesic or hardened systems. It gives you Tor and privacy tools in a beautiful KDE environment, and it works great even if you want to install it permanently. Honix is another Tor-focused distro, but unlike Tails, it's designed to run inside a virtual machine. This adds an extra layer of protection against IP leaks. It's great for secure browsing, but since it's VM-based, performance can take a hit. At the core of Honix's strength is its use of isolation. Unlike traditional Linux distributions, Honix is designed to run in two separate virtual machines. One VM, called the Gateway, is solely responsible for routing all traffic through the Tor network. The other, called the Workstation, is where you do everything else. Browse the web, write documents, run applications. Crucially, the Workstation has no direct access to the internet at all. This separation creates a hardened barrier between the user and the outside world, dramatically reducing the chances of leaking your real IP address, even if an application tries to bypass Tor. This design also ensures that any potential malware infection on the Workstation is sandboxed. It can't leak your identity or real location unless it also compromises the gateway, which is significantly more difficult due to the VM boundary. This is a huge advantage compared to standard desktop environments where everything runs together in a single environment with a single IP stack. What makes Honix powerful is that it doesn't just ask you to trust the system. Instead, it shows you how it's protecting you through open source code, transparent design, and a strong community focused on countering mass surveillance and enabling free expression. So, when you talk about privacy-respecting Linux distros, Honix deserves a spotlight not because it's flashy or lightweight, but because it is structurally designed for anonymity. It's what you'd recommend for whistleblowers, journalists in authoritarian regimes, or anyone serious about resisting digital surveillance. Finally, let us talk about Cubase. Cubase takes a different approach: compartmentalization. It runs apps in isolated virtual machines, so if one gets hacked, the rest stay safe. Think of it like having multiple security zones on one machine. It's great for advanced users who need high security, but the learning curve is steep. Imagine you're using your laptop. You're checking emails, opening attachments. Maybe you're also working with sensitive documents, browsing the web, logging into your bank. Now think about this. What if one of those emails has a malicious PDF? What if your browser gets hijacked by a zero-day exploit? In most operating systems, even privacy-focused ones, that malware could gain access to everything, your files, passwords, even other apps. But in Kubes OS, the entire system is designed from the ground up to prevent that kind of attack from spreading. And it does so through isolation. Kubes OS doesn't rely on a single Linux distro running on a kernel with hardened security modules. Instead, it breaks up your digital life into compartments called kubes. These are virtual machines, VMs, that run independently of each other. So your work files might live in one QBE, your web browser in another, your emails in another, and each of these is isolated at the hardware level using Xen-based virtualization. If malware compromises one cube, it's trapped. It cannot jump over into the others. You could literally open a virus-ridden attachment in an untrusted disposable VM, and it would disappear the moment you close the window. That's not just privacy, that's containment, a hacker's worst nightmare. Many Linux distros claim to be privacy-focused because they bundle tools like Tor, firewalls, or encrypted messaging apps. Kubes OS, on the other hand, goes deeper. It doesn't just include privacy tools, it enforces a privacy-centric workflow. For example, you can have separate QBEs for different identities. One for work, one for activism, one for personal use. Completely isolated. You can assign networking to a special net VM that handles all internet connections, making it easier to route through VPNs or Tor, while keeping the rest of your QBs insulated from direct exposure. Even the clipboard and file transfers are controlled. Want to copy text from one VM to another? You have to explicitly allow it. This prevents accidental or malicious data leaks. Even devices are isolated. USB controllers, which are often a vector for attack, are handled by a separate USB QBE. This means a malicious USB drive can't hijack your system just by being plugged in. And get this, even the GUI, what you see on screen, is separated from the apps themselves. That means if a QBA is compromised, it can't spoof a fake login window or record your keystrokes unless you explicitly give it that power. This is unheard of in traditional Linux desktops. Kubes OS isn't trying to be user-friendly for the average casual Linux user. It's designed for people who truly need security: journalists, whistleblowers, sysadmins, developers, or anyone whose data could cost them dearly if leaked. It requires some adjustment and a different way of thinking, but it rewards that effort with military-grade privacy on a personal machine. Kubes OS is more than a Linux distro. It's a security-first operating system built with a fortress mindset. While most systems hope to avoid compromise, Kubes assumes compromise will happen and plans for it. That mindset shift is what makes Kubes OS one of the best, if not the best, Linux distro for security and privacy. So which one should you pick? If you need max anonymity, go with Tails. For daily security, Scepter or Kodachi. And if you're a power user, Kubes or Honix might be your best bet. Let me know in the comments. What's your go-to secure Linux distro? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more privacy tips. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.